Dripping just like sake. Tell them back about me. All about my cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, broccoli. That mean I be eating. Really catch me tweaking. Know that I be working, baby, even on the weekend. Dripping just like sake. Tell them back about me. All about my cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, broccoli.
All right, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Chuck Diesel, and we're in here today for another episode of Sake Sundays. You already know we got to say a special shout out to Sake High for sponsoring the show. This is premium handcrafted sake straight from Japan. You can order it to your doorstep. Just go to sakehigh.com. And then we have to say a special thank you to God's favorite jewels for providing this right here for our guests. Go ahead and open it up.
Beautiful.
Oh, you already were pointing out my ring, so
Yes.
I'm assuming you know what it is.
I was just like a quartz. It's beautiful.
Some quartz.
Thanks for God's favorite jewels.
And then with that being said, it's going to bring us to our most important part of today's show, our guests. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hey guys, my name is Renee the Muse. I am a singer-songwriter from the Bronx, and I just recently moved to LA, and I just love it here, and I'm just here to do music, play violin, and do everything else that I love creatively.
Yeah, I didn't know you played violin.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Oh, you said you wanted to talk about the move from New York to LA.
Yeah.
Oh, what's been like the biggest eye opener?
Yes. Okay. So the biggest eye opener was definitely seeing like a lot of. It's a kind of like hard seeing a lot of people like on the streets, and like also like having no place to stay at one point, and like having to like kind of find a place every night. So I was street performing when I first got here, and like every dollar I got, I had to like go to a hostel. You know what that is? Like these were like 8 random people. Yeah. And I would be like, wow, like if I didn't have like this, I probably would be on the streets as well. I think that was the biggest eye-opener because the homeless rate in California is really, really high. It's also high in New York, but seeing the tents and stuff is different than New York.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know there's a big homeless population in New York too, so hearing that be like a shock to see the increase. Yeah. I'm surprised.
For sure. Yeah, I would say that would be the biggest eye-opener.
And how long were you playing, like busking and everything?
I would say from July until October when I got my place. And I was just like, okay, I'm good. I can like be restful. Because I was just doing that every day, like hustling.
Well, what time would you get up? Like, what would your day start as soon as
like
the sun came out? Yeah.
8:30. Well, I would get out there at 8:30 and I wouldn't get into like 10:30, like 11 sometimes. And I'll take breaks and stuff, but yeah, it was a long day.
What was like the best area to hit?
Hollywood and Venice Beach, my 2 favorite places.
Venice Beach, I love Venice Beach.
Yes, very calm. It's way calmer in Venice than Hollywood, especially at nighttime, for sure.
No, for sure. Were you driving or were you on foot?
I was on foot.
No.
Yeah. So there's like it was so convenient because there's a hostel right on Hollywood Boulevard, right across the street from where I used to busk, and then in Venice there was one right across like just a couple of blocks away, so it was pretty easy to get there and back. Yeah.
Oh, that's called dedication and commitment. And what prompted you to leave New York?
So I didn't really have like a stable home to stay at. I was like sleeping on my dad's recliner chair, and I was just like, I don't really. He already has like 4 people in a 2-bedroom, and there's always people there. So it was just like a very crowded home. It's like a basement apartment, and so it was just like, okay, I don't think this is where I need to be to like grow and expand and really see life. Because if I stay here, I might not see life ever. You know.
So what? Did you just buy a ticket and? Bye guys, I'm out.
Exactly. That's exactly what I did. It was just like, I feel like it's time. I just had like this feeling. I was just like, I think it's just time for me to leave New York. And I had the feeling for a while, but then I kept on seeing LA everywhere, like Los Angeles, California, people's shirts, like everywhere. It was just crazy. It was like signs and signs everywhere. I was like, am I crazy? If I'm crazy, I'll just be crazy. I'll just go and see what it is.
They say the more you think about something, the more you see it. So maybe that's what was going on.
Yeah, that as well. I believe that too, for sure.
Well, you made it. And what's your favorite thing about LA that's different from New York?
My favorite thing is how everyone's so open with their creativity, their fashion. Like people just like, you can see someone walking down the street, you're like, oh my God, like that person is something. Like, and you just compliment somebody, and then it would be like such a beautiful vibe. Like, yeah, things like that. Just love, and like how people like are very open with themselves and very like expansive here. I would say that.
No, for sure, for sure. Oh, since you've been out here, what has been the most like either refreshing or like, yes, like this is solidifying why I came?
I would say meeting people when I perform, especially meeting people and just getting back like what I give. I would say that would be like the most refreshing thing, because like, okay, I know I'm here for a reason, because I'm getting confirmation and I'm able to inspire people through my story when I perform, and that in itself is like enough for me. So yeah.
When you say inspire people through your story and getting to perform, would you say that you use your music to tell people your story?
So yeah, before like I would perform, I would kind of explain like, hey, I'm not from here. I was not really in a good situation, but I'm here now and I got a place, and like things can like work out for you basically. Like if you're going through something, know that, you know, if you really believe something can happen for you, it will happen for you. And then the music I make kind of matches that, and so people get pretty inspired from it, and I really love that, because that's all I really feel like I make music for.
Oh, let's take a shot to being in LA.
Yeah.
And feeling like we're walking in on purpose.
Yeah.
So,
It's good.
have you had sake before?
Yes, but that's really good.
It's super clean, super light, kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's really good.
No, perfect. Like,
Smooth.
it's too smooth because it's too easy to just.
It's really,
I think I'm drunk now. Yeah. But with your music and using it to tell your story and everything, what are some things that you would say tie into your music and help you put your experience into words?
my spirituality for sure. That definitely ties into my music in a big way, because there was a time where I just felt like I didn't really know exactly where I was going within like God and like what really God was. Like I was raised in a Christian church, and I didn't really feel fully like invested or like fully connected to the God that they had. So I had to like find my own way in a way. So I feel like being able to speak like what I have learned over time and through music is like a big thing to confirm to me, and also to people who also resonate with that as well.
Oh, what would you say is like you said you grew up in the church, and the God that you were told about you couldn't align with or understand completely. So what would you say is your understanding of the concept of God and your spirituality?
I like that question. So I believe in the Most High. I believe in Jesus and Yeshua and the Bible as well. But I do believe that that's not the only way. And I believe that all religions are they all have pieces of truth of the story. And like, if we put them all together, it just makes more sense than just sitting here fighting with each other about like, oh, we're right, you're right. Like, I feel like we're all right in different ways.
No, for sure. It's like, if you look at certain religions, they'll say like, all right, yes, Jesus was like Muhammad, they're prophets, but they're not God, Allah. And if you look at like Christianity, and you have Jesus and him not being God, but being a messenger sent by God and of God, you'd be like, all right. And then if you look at the concept of Buddha is one of the Buddhas. So again, a selected prophet of his time who was, I understand what you're saying, but if you look at all the stories, they line up way more than a lot of people will even give the time to see, because they'd rather argue why this one works.
Yeah, exactly. I fully agree with that.
What do you feel like was the turning point that got you to start thinking about stuff that way?
Seeing how my family would be like, my dad, it's not even like trying to say badly, but he's a minister, and I feel like because of his like limited belief in God, he limits himself as well, and he limits his belief in himself. And it's kind of like a sad thing to see, because it's like you have so much potential in you, but because you limit your God, you limit yourself, because your God is, your life, your everything, your life force. So I feel like coming out of that, and like also going through depression, and when I got kicked out, I got kicked out when I was like 16 and then 18 again. And it was because I was like in a relationship with women. And so after that happened, I didn't say like F God. It was more like, okay, well, I don't think God would do this. So like, who really is God? And just found my way from there.
Somebody had just, I don't say asked me that question, but we were talking about just the concept of religion. And he was like, if there is a higher being, I don't understand how he or they or it exists, as well as all the bad things that happen to people. What's your take on that?
That's very interesting.
It's hard to like
Yeah.
say that God is okaying it.
Yeah, right. I feel like we have free will. And I feel like a lot of the time, like even in Buddha, they say that everything is like your reaction is what creates the circumstance. So if you think that it's a bad thing, then it would be a bad thing. If you think it's a good thing, then it would be a good thing. But then we think about like wars and things like that, you know, which is a whole nother thing. It's like, but that starts off of your free will.
And that's what I was saying. And he was like, but what about somebody who just like, and I was getting the concept. I was like, someone who was literally born into being like a mule or a trafficking, you feel me, for like a cartel or something. It's like they had no choice or no say so, and have never heard any religious like jargon, period. What about them? And I'm like, in that case, dog, it's like I don't have an argument. All I can say is I don't think God made it happen. But he also didn't stop it. And so that was his point. It was like, if there was a good being, there wouldn't be bad things happening to people who aren't bad.
I feel like that goes into like, I feel like a lot of people, they have a purpose, and everyone has a purpose that was created before they were born. And I feel like we are like reincarnated beings as well. So some of those beings, it's like they go through these hard things to sacrifice, like to become like maybe a part of that statistics to help people know like, yo, this is a bad thing that's happening. And it's like a sacrifice on their part because they probably have to live their whole lives like this, but they're helping people like be aware as well. You know, it's so impossible though.
Kind of thinking, but I knew it wasn't a good answer, so I just was like, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself at this point. And it was a short drive, and so then like, we weren't trying to have that conversation. But he asked that question, and I was just like, and I brought up the same thing as you, like, well, we just brought up Buddha. And so I was like, I mean, if you look at it outside of, because he was saying Catholic, I was raised Christian, and I'm like, well, look at past lives and coming back, and how you handle the situation dictates what happens in the future.
Right.
I don't. And so, especially, I think that's a good answer coming from two people who were saying like open-mindedly. At least for me, I'm always trying to stay open-minded. Because his stance was more so, I don't know about this guy, and my stance was, well, what if I take him out of the context of what I was taught and think that maybe the breath of God is bigger than the breath of religion? No.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll just be spitballing. But what do you think is like the biggest tie-in with your music and your spirituality?
I would say, so for example, I have a song called Alchemist, and it's about to come out actually on May 5th, which is my birthday.
May 5th, Alchemist is dropping.
Yeah.
Be ready for it. That's her birthday. Say happy birthday.
Right. So, do you know the book by Paulo Coelho? It's called Alchemist as well.
I've never read it, but yeah.
So it's basically about this boy, and he goes on this journey to find like his life purpose, basically. And along the journey, they're like, oh, you're gonna get, he thinks it's like riches at first, but then really the whole thing is his life purpose. And so the song Alchemist is about like my journey along life and like the human condition for me personally. And I think I tied that definitely with the Alchemist book as well, so that's why I named it after that, because it's really like, okay, what can you turn negative? You can always turn negative situation into a positive situation, because you can learn from those things, and you can not become those things. A lot of people become their hurt, a lot of people become their pain, and then they just become bad people and just like miserable forever. But if you say, okay, what lesson can I learn from this, and get to the root of even why it happened. Most of the time the root is like from things that we couldn't control in our childhood, and then when we get older, when we can't control them, we can change them and become more powerful in that way.
I feel like that's a lot to put into a song.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's not many words though.
Abridged. No, but the idea is 100% is I feel like a lot of us are acting and we don't realize why, but we're following a script that we read before we knew we were even on stage performing.
Right.
And so it's up to us, like you said, to realize it, but then we have to change either our action or where we are in order to get a different circumstance. Yeah. And that's when the alchemist comes alive, because you have to decide what elements stay and what elements go. Yeah. And then where is the right place for me to even do this at? Like,
right. I love how you said that.
Thank you. Look, I said I'll just be speaking. It comes to me. So you said that drops on your birthday. Why your birthday?
Because 5/5 is my birthday, which means changes, and there's 5 letters in my name. My name is Beeper. So changes, rebirth, they all go along, like, you know, they're all like kind of related. So I said, why not on the change rebirth day for me? And like just changing into like, well, hey, I was once a hurt person. I was once like super just letting all my stuff get to me, super depressed. And now I'm like more balanced. So I feel like that would be the day to just really imprint it into my like whole genetic code today. I mean, that day. So yeah.
You know, how do you imprint something into your genetic code?
By saying it, speaking it, and believing it.
Is that it?
Yeah, just doing it and knowing that what you're doing, and like programming your mind to like believe that is what it is, and it will be.
How do you know that's what it is?
How do you know?
That is imprinting it in your genetic code.
Because you're saying it, and you believe like life and death lives in the power of your tongue.
And I believe that 100%. I know that scripture 100%. It's just when you said I'm imprinting it into my genetic code, I'm like, well, how do you do that?
Like before we're born, you already know these things, and it's like they even say like this thing above your lip. Like you get all of everything that you need to know for your whole life, everything from your past lives, and then like an angel comes. It's like a metaphor, you know. An angel comes and just like closes your mouth, and then takes out all of the things again as you go along. So you already know.
No, I hear you 100%. And yes, power of life and death is definitely in the tongue, because what you say and you repeat, you program into yourself. And so that's your mind. I guess what's in your mind becomes your genetic code. Oh, you probably heard about this, that you pass down different life circumstances through your DNA code, because depending on the circumstances you go through, your body is in certain states or prolonged states, like whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety, whether it's being happy, like super happy-go-lucky, like your body is taking all of that in, and then that trauma is, or lack of, is passed on.
That's so weird. I feel like that's why a lot of like mental health issues are passed down from parents, because like a lot of people like they don't even know that they're living in fight or flight mode, and then they have this kid, and then their whole body, like while they're having the kid, their whole body's in this mode. So what is the kid gonna know except that mode?
Right. And so they don't feel comfortable in anything except that. So like people who are always like in arguments with people, or like there's always some discord, whether it's in their personal relationships, their family relationships, their work relationships, like there's never just 3 months of no fight, because they don't know how to function without disagreement or argument.
Exactly.
But they don't know that that's the problem, and that there aren't actual problems.
And whatever you tell your mind, you know, or whatever you tell your body.
Whatever, you don't even have to tell them. Once your body just becomes comfortable in a certain state, anything outside of that is uncomfortable.
Right. And then that's the whole point about alchemy, is like, it's like a choice. It's like breaking through what you know, like the Matrix, you know? Like breaking through that to become something more. Like resting and digesting after being in like flight or fight mode your whole life. Like your whole entire life, and just one day it's like, hey, everything's okay. You're going to try to find a problem. Like,
okay. What does that mean?
Yeah.
It has no meaning. So you're trying to reestablish what it even means to be you.
Right.
Or be alive, because your whole life you thrived off of this type of environment or these types of situations.
Right.
So do you seek them out to feel comfortable, even though you know it was dysfunction?
And a lot of people do that.
Sometimes it's unknowingly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hold on, wait, what did I just do?
I think a big part of it is it takes being aware of I, and like the self aspect of it, and knowing you're not always right. So if you're okay with knowing you're not always right, you'll be okay with stepping back and saying, what did I do wrong?
Yes, getting out your ego.
And then you can change it. But if you never address what I even did, you'll never address your part in the behavior or in the outcome. So it'll never change.
Word.
Oh, that's what you pay attention to is what grows, or like you only pay attention to the things you track. So if you say you're gonna start like a new habit, or like do add something to your, you feel me, like your regimen or whatever the case may be, if you don't look at how many times you didn't do it, you won't realize it. So the more you write it down, or the more you do start to do something, you'll be like 80 days in and be like, oh, I didn't even realize it was that long. But if you write things down or just track it, you pay more attention to it. So if you go, all right, in that last argument, I don't really know, maybe it was me. Next time, before I speak, I'm gonna do this. So the next time we get in an argument, if you don't do that thing and it still plays out the same way, maybe it wasn't me. But if I never look at myself, I don't even know that it might have been me.
Yeah, that's so real. You should be a therapist or something.
Let me start with myself. I feel like that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years, actually. I guess it's showing.
It definitely is.
I'll let you know if I have any availabilities opening soon. You said you wanted to talk about coming from New York to LA and your spirituality reflecting in your music, and then just life events. What are some of the biggest life events that you think have shaped you into who you are?
I would say my parents' divorce was the first thing. That was the first thing that definitely showed me, like, hold on, okay, wait, things are breaking down. Like, I was like 14, I was just getting to high school, and I was like, things are breaking down. Okay, hold on. And then high school for sure, because I was very wild in high school, and I feel like I became something because of my trauma. And then after that, I literally looked in the mirror when I was 17. I was like, I don't like this person. Like, I don't like who I am. Like, I really want to be a different person. So from there, I was like super like just trying to figure out what, like, all about spirituality, all about like who I am, and like trauma and how that can affect your body and things like that. And yeah, from there I was like, okay, I think I want to be different. And then another thing was like, I was in a bad relationship for like 3 years. That definitely changed like how I saw the world in a way, and definitely changed the way I trust people. It's like you have to be more discerning. Like you have, like a lot of times we put ourselves in situations like there's so many red flags from the start. And then we just sit here like, hey, no, maybe it's this. Like we wear these rose-colored glasses, and we can't see red flags with rose-colored glasses on.
And sometimes what happens to most of the people who do say, what about me, or what did I do wrong? And you spend every situation trying to switch your behavior a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And then you realize that the way you're acting is the furthest thing from what is natural.
Yeah, word. So word. Yeah. So that was another thing for sure. And then after that, I think just coming here and just having like a blank canvas to build on, and building it in the way I desired to instead of the way that people around me wanted me to, definitely changed my perspective a lot. Yeah.
Oh, what do you say is your perspective on, I guess, life or creating or both?
I feel like we can do whatever we want, honestly. I feel like we limit ourselves a lot. But everything that we desire, if we desire it, it's for a reason, and it'll come to us if we desire it, if we truly do want it, even if it's a bad thing. And yeah, I definitely believe that now, and I believe that we limit ourselves a lot, but there's ways to like unlimit ourselves, and like if we really like practice those ways like a habit, it'll grow greater than you even know. Yeah.
Oh, one thing you kind of touched on twice is you said your dad, you feel like, put limiting beliefs on what God is or could do. And then you also said that when you were in high school, you started exploring like all spirituality. So both of those, if you could just like touch on, one, what do you mean by like all spirituality? And then two, what are some of the limits you feel like some people put on their belief of God, and then how you like view other words?
So first, I would say the limits I would say that people put on God is that it's like people think that it's just like what we see here is what we get. So a lot of people, it's like, okay, hey, a lot of people live this like poverty life because they think, okay, well, what you see is like, and the Bible even says like, you know, that He will give you the riches of the land or things like that, you know. But a lot of people don't see that because they think, they limit themselves to their pastor. They limit themselves to what their pastor tells them. So a lot of times they don't even read the Bible for themselves. They read the Bible on Sundays, and then they read it, and then they go along like, hey, they got that one word on Sunday, they keep it until Saturday, until the next Sunday. And it's like, when are you actually filling yourself up with things that you actually need to know for yourself, instead of what all this whole group of people are listening to the one thing? You really think that this one man can tell all of you what you need to know for yourself? Like, that's a big limitation, I would say. Another thing is like, I don't think that people really listen to like the story of Jesus is way deeper than it's just like, hey, he died on a cross, and then he was like, you know, he rose again. Like that, those things are so much deeper than it's like, oh my, hey, Easter just passed. Like he died on the cross, he rose again, or even like Christmas when he was born. It's like those are all spiritual, like way deeper, like they're metaphors, and I feel like people take them literally because it's like they don't really believe in the deeper spirituality. It's like that scares a lot of people, especially in the church, you know? And it's like, even that's why Jesus was like chased after his whole life. Like that's the reason why, because his spirituality did not align with like everything else around him. The king was trying to get at him, like everyone was trying to get at him because he believed in the power within him, and that's what he was trying to teach us, but we just took it and just flipped it into another thing.
I mean, I would say I agree with you that a part of it is just people don't delve into it enough themselves, and then also that some of it scares them, and then some of it goes beyond what they know. It's like, for me personally, I just remember I asked two different leaders like just questions about, one was books that I started finding and the characters in them were in the Bible. I'm like, so what about this? And the response was, don't worry yourself with that. What is this person? And what is this about? Like, I'm confused because it doesn't even matter. But it's just the response of don't read it. And I'm like, but it was the Bible. Like, if we want to have an honest conversation, we have to address the fact that the King James Bible wasn't the Bible.
That's
right.
Part.
So if we acknowledge that that book was assembled from a different book, and I'm telling you that I'm reading something that was in the original book, how are you going to tell me to just dismiss it? It's like, it's not in the book we have for a reason. And I'm like, all right, so the older I got, it made sense. Partially, like you just said, so many people go to church and they ask someone to give them a word, and that is enough to suffice them for a whole week. If we gave them more than what was in this book, they probably would never even get to it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was like Jesus came and tried to condense a lot of stuff and make it bite-sized so everyone could chew it, right? And they know that. So they had to break the book down even more. So the people who were actually trying to get the buffet had to work for the buffet, right? And so it would just be easier to give it to people in general. It's like, the less contradiction we have, the better, but also the more contradiction, the easier. Because now you guys are just gonna fight over these simple three things. We could really delve into the whole world.
Wow.
If we realize, like you said, there's more metaphor to these stories and more to the stories. And a lot of people just don't even address the Bible or religious text as more than a religious text. But if you look at historians, you look at scientists, you look at people who predict the future, you look at astrologists, like they study all of it.
Yes.
To put together what we know as modern day science and history.
Right.
But the average person is like, it's all fairy tales and gibberish. Like,
it's so true. It's so weird. Yeah, you're wise.
I just pay attention and try and put stuff together. But so what, I guess you kind of said it, but what are some of the limits that you feel like most people put on things and that are like unnecessary?
Unnecessary, I would say, that's a good question. I would say definitely when it comes to like their poverty mindset. A lot of people just feel like it's a bad thing to have a lot of money or like have wealth. And then another thing is that
Do you feel like people actually think it's a bad thing, or they don't think they'll ever have it, so they look down on it? I don't know. It's a bad thing.
People, it's like there's like in the Catholic Church, you're like, oh, they take like a vow of poverty. It's like priests and like they take.
But then that just sounds like Buddha to me.
Yeah.
That literally, it just sounds like Buddha to me. For real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave and give away all my things. It's the same concept.
Yeah, it is. But then it's like the whole time they're not doing it for like, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I hear you. But then at the same time, I don't know. I feel like it's a different.
Put it in a whole other context and light. I'm not discrediting, you feel me, people who take it, but like as soon as you said that, I was like, that sounds exactly like what a Buddhist would do.
Yeah, it does. And I feel like that kind of like shaped the way that some people in the church are sometimes. Because then they would go and they would, instead of like, they would go and they would ask something outside of themselves. Like say they're like, they don't have what they need. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they would do it like probably every time. They would get dependent on like, hey, sister needs $2,000 for her kid to go to school. And then every time sister needs $2,000, she feels comfortable coming to the church for that $2,000.
Wait, so people who take a vow of poverty.
No, not people who take it.
Okay. I need to go to that. What are we talking about?
I went to churches like where that would happen a lot, and people get dependent instead of like seeing like, hey, you know, God lives within you, like not outside of you, like not in the sky. Like God created creation around us, and like even they would look down upon like things like I think the big time. Scared?
No, they mom just got.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just us.
A lot of people limit the like nature, like you know, the Most High created nature. The Most High created the sun and the moon and like the stars and trees and all of these things and like herbs and stuff. And I feel like a lot of people in the church look down on using those things for like our benefit, but like I feel like that's a big limitation that people put on themselves, because it's like you kind of like if these things are limitless and you know these things are limitless, then you would see yourself more like God, the way that God wants you to see yourself. Like Adam and Eve were made in Eden in a garden, you know. So it's like I feel like that's a big limitation as well. Like just limiting yourself to, hey, just this book can help me. Just this book.
No, for sure. That's another shot. Let's see. There's two things. Is the first is like you said, people will not look into the stars and just other things in life outside of the book. And I was told, like, I don't even remember the conversation, but I was like, the stars are just the stars. And I was like, we know just from looking at the story of Jesus, which you're the one who taught me that the stars was doing more than just sparkling in the sky. So like, I understand we're not supposed to dictate our lives off of information we're getting from the sky. Mm-hmm. But that's not to say there's no other information in the sky. We look at what they say they were doing leaving slavery, using the stars to decide which direction to keep going. So it's like we do discredit simple stuff like that. And I feel like a part of it is because of it being unknown. And so it's like, is there a line, and what is that line? And then also, some people will say that, yes, all of that is true, but is null and void because Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice, so there shouldn't be any need for anything outside of what you were saying, what's inside of you. You don't need to burn anything. You don't need to boil anything. You don't need to sacrifice anything because the last sacrifice has already been done. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, perspective, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I feel like, a lot of reason as well. Some people are like hands off because they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, but then it's like they drink the blood.
And that was something that I also recently was like,
yeah.
We eat his bones. Like, is that not a ritual, dog? But train a child in the way that he should go. Mm-hmm. Just walking in the line we were told.
It's word. Yeah, I think there's a big limitation for sure. Can't really think of another one.
I mean, no, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, since you've been out here, do you feel like you've been more creative or working more on music than before?
Yeah, so I got connected to this studio for 6 weeks. We gave me free studio time, 3 hours a week. So that made me very much more creative. It made me very much more like really wanting to do music. Because before that, I was just like making music on my phone, like in my headphones, and like I didn't have like a studio. And then before that, like, I didn't have a studio at all. And then when I did, I had to pay, like, so much money for it. And then paying rent and all that stuff at the same time was, like, really big for me. So I was just like, yo, having that was, like, all right, I'm going to get as many songs done as I can. And then even after that, like, those connections definitely helped me be like, okay, like, this is, like, a big thing now. Like, this is actually forming into something that I desire in a way I desire to form. And that really made me feel like, okay, like, I'm really much more determined as well, because like, okay, now I have like I never felt like before I had like a support or anything. It was just like me, not myself. I'm like, hey, am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. And after that, like, now it's like more like, hey, like I guess I'm not crazy. Like, there's people who actually support this and like, they get it, you know. So it definitely makes me more determined to keep going and like be way more creative. Like, I feel like even today, just even having days like this where like you can be inspired. Like this morning I wrote a song just because like I was coming here, just because like I felt super inspired today, you know. So yeah, I feel like California, and then the sun, oh my goodness, just sitting out in the sun, like just going like to the beach, anything like that can just definitely drive some beautiful creativity out for sure.
And now I'm interested to hear the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta hear it now. You had said you also wanted to talk about the dog bite and how that has played. Do you want to say how it was played into your life, or how has it played into your music and your artistry?
I feel like both. Like at first, in my life, it definitely made me feel like, oh my god, like I'm a whole different person. Like at first, I felt like I was a whole different person. Like,
Well, how old were you?
I was 22, so that was this year passing. I'm about to turn 23. So it's like, oh my god, like this is a big thing on my face. This is like changing my whole face. And at first I didn't think like I would even have a lip, because it was like split. I was like, oh my god, like do I have to get plastic surgery? Like I didn't know what it was gonna be like. But then when it healed, it definitely helped me know like, oh wow, the body really heals very easily. Like I could tell, like me telling myself like, hey, you're gonna be better, and like me putting like the things on it that I needed to, but also just being soft for myself and like allowing myself to heal in the most easy way definitely affected like, okay, wow, the body really listens to you when you speak. And then not only that, but in my music, in my creativity, not really in my music, I wrote like a little ebook during the time I couldn't really talk. I wrote like a ebook like I can't talk.
That had you
No, not why, but it just hurt. It hurt a lot to like do anything with my mom. So I was like, hey, let me just write. So I started like, wait, hold on, I haven't wrote in like how long? So it definitely brought back something, like a spark and something that I haven't done in a long time as well. So now I'm like, I like writing like more like longer things, because like music is like short, you know, but like longer things where you get into your mind, things like that, like definitely sparked that in me again, and definitely brought like a different sense of confidence in me. Like, okay, like I kind of like lost my confidence, and then it's like, okay, wait, hold on, like you're so pretty, this in a different way, you know, you got a scar, girl, you're like Scarface, like
not Scarface. Oh, what was happening? Like, how did it happen?
How'd it happen? Wrong place, wrong time, honestly. I shouldn't have been where I was at. And the dog was like kind of a reflection of the person's energy, I would say, towards me.
So you knew the person whose dog it was?
Yeah.
No.
And and so like I wasn't like even like crossing their boundaries, the dog's boundaries in any way, but the dog's just like, I don't, so they. And then I was just like, okay, I feel like everything's spiritual, to be honest. I'm like, okay, like, how do I think, like, why did this happen? And the only thing I can think of is that I was just not where I needed to be. Like, I was in my highest vibration, so higher things were not going to happen in that moment. So, yeah, really stay away from bad things. All right? If you know you're not supposed to go somewhere, don't go.
I would have needed to get an officer. We need to write this up. This animal dog, I'm not saying it needs to be laid down, but you need to pay for this.
Yeah, and it was like a whole thing. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna like not do anything. Like, you're drunk. The person's like, I'm drunk. I'm like, I'm just not gonna do anything about it. I'm gonna leave you be. I'm gonna like just peace out and just continue my life. Like,
I would have been recording my whole way leaving. Address.
Too much. I was bleeding out like on the street. Like, it was like I couldn't even focus on it.
How did you like leave from there?
Yeah, no. The dog, like they kind of like, I don't know what they did, but like they know about the dog. Like, if that dog in that location ever does something, I'm pretty sure it'd be like, okay, you've got to take this dog. But it's society.
Sadly, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that was just in the last year?
Yeah, I was in November. No, that was in the end of. I was actually on Halloween day.
Just this past Halloween?
Yeah, on Halloween.
That's crazy. I'm sorry that happened to you. It happened in LA?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did it happen to New York? I mean, 6 years ago. Like, that's fresh. Oh,
Yeah.
you talking about it? I feel like a lot of people would try to just avoid it. Like, I know it's not exactly the same, but I have this scar on my neck, and like it was twice as big when it first happened. And when I first saw it, I just was like, it'll go down. I had surgery, and I had a keloid afterward. My neck had just been swollen, and I had surgery, and it stayed kind of swollen for a while. And this is like 10 years later now.
No, it's fine now.
It's fine. Yeah, it blends in with like the skin tone. Is like before it was different colors. Like, for like the first 6 months, I was kind of like, oh wow, but then I was just like
Right.
being every day.
Yeah, it's frightening you now.
And people be like, oh wow, that scar didn't heal yet. I'm like, I forgot it was there. Is there more to the conversation now? It is not changing in 6 months. It's not going to change in the 6 minutes you stare at it. Like, oh, and then after a while, I completely
Forgot.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
It's like things are only as important as you put the importance on them. Like, if you're not stressing over it, the importance dwindles.
It's so true.
What do you think is your like biggest aspiration with your music?
That's a good question. I feel like my biggest aspiration in music would definitely be to tour the world, and just after that, I want to just peace out and like start a farm and still make music, but like just not in like the like do it big and just like
The one world tour, and then after that, just like need to know that people are listening,
yeah,
and then I'll just feed them from the farm.
yeah, honestly, and just like do farm stuff and still make music, but like be off the grid. I feel like even now I feel like kind of overwhelmed with my farm, so I definitely don't feel like this is like fully like what I want to do forever and ever. I definitely want to be like a more like private environment, but I think that music can help that happen one day. So I definitely want to go as hard as I can, and then as soon as I feel like totally like okay, I did it all, then I'm like okay, like I can just do it a different way, the way I desire to do it. But I can't do that now. I have a farm.
For a minute, I thought you were about to say kind of like Kanye. He's
Kind of like
great. He definitely is out the way.
Peace out.
Yeah. And he still drops, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Just barely. No, yeah.
Would they still listen?
But hey, the goal is to get rich.
Yeah. Off the things that you love instead of a job that you don't really love, you know?
Oh, for sure. Honestly, I wonder. I feel like that was his goal. So, what's your favorite song that you've made?
My favorite song that I've made is called Mirror Mantra. I made it like 2 years ago. It's not out yet. It's coming out, the EP called The Alchemist. But it's like super personal. It's super like like
Not the deep side.
like I'm just like looking in the mirror and I'm like just saying like, hey, like I'm really ready to like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this life. Like kind of like feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this life, but I feel like I'm supposed to do something, and I feel like I'm just ready to just like show me how good it can get, you know? And yeah, just like I'm open to it. I'm ready. Like bad things has happened, but like I'm ready for the good things to happen now. And like the bad things have hurt me, but that's not gonna make me. It's not gonna break me. And yeah, that's what it's about. So it's like my favorite because it's super deep. No, I lied. My favorite song is Flamingo because it's like about basically me not seeing myself fully, and like being like say like you're a flamingo in the sky, and like you're like
Do flamingos fly?
yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've ever seen one in flight.
Exactly. So that's kind of like, I was like, that's why. I was like, when I made it, I was like, flamingo in the sky. I was like, on shrooms. And I was like, what does that even mean? That was like the title. I was like, what does that even mean? So then I was like, the flamingos, I said the same thing. I was like, the flamingos fly. And then it came to me. I was like, I'm already in the sky. Like long story short, I'm already in the sky, but I can't even see that I'm flying because I'm like on autopilot in a way. Yeah, and I feel like birds kind of maybe feel like that sometimes. Like, I don't know, maybe that's what it comes out to.
Like, oh, why am I in the sky? You know that they've like done studies and shown that like a large percentage of the birds aren't even birds.
Yes, like pigeons, they're I don't trust pigeons.
It was like the birds are also smart too, so it's like
They know what they're pretending.
Like, they know that they're pretending to be birds. That's crazy. Like, guys, we're not birds. We're super spies. And that's why they act the way they do now. They've addressed. That's crazy. There's something else. There's something you said. I didn't forget what you said. I forget what I wanted to say. I asked you your favorite song. What are some of your favorite artists in general?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Your top 5 artists.
Top 5. So my first would be, well, no, in no order, I would say. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, I guess it's just insane. They're both insane. Lauryn Hill, Jhené Aiko, Summer Walker, Slash SZA.
I think that's crazy. You said, can I? Who else are you adding? Oh, okay. Oh, the reason I say it's crazy is because you started off with like, you feel me, Lauryn Hill. Well, all right, bet. Like Jill Scott. All right, Erykah Badu. Like real down to earth, chill, vibey. And then Summer Walker and SZA.
Nicki Minaj too.
Okay.
Like Lil Wayne.
Hey, you gotta give it to him. Wayne's the GOAT. Wayne has been the GOAT for a while. I can't be mad. There's no one on the list I'm mad at. It's just it's funny. Just said, let's balance it up. You gotta balance the scale.
For real.
Oh, favorite Lil Wayne song? For real?
Yeah.
I hated that song for a while. It took a long time.
Yeah.
It was just, I think it's partially the beat. It's just like, it doesn't seem like it's a song. Like it seems like it's more of like, I'm gonna do this. Like it seems like it was more of a feat or like a task.
I'm in the studio, right?
But you feel me? I'm for it. Like I'm gonna take the challenge. It's like the beat just didn't seem like, especially like with what was it, Corey Guns?
Oh yeah.
It's like, if you would have said Corey Guns and then played that beat, people would have started laughing like, that's not Corey Guns, dog. And then you hear him come on and you're like, all right, that is Corey Guns. So it's like, it just took a long time for all of the elements to sit well with me, and they still don't. It's just dope because both of them got bars. Like, you feel me? Like, you can't put 2 spitters on anything and have it be whack. But I really wish they would have just had a different beat.
Have you heard Mona Lisa with Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar?
Again, I love everything about it, but something about it is just like, I feel like the 2 of y'all could have did something that was like so much like extronomical than this. Like the story, dope.
Right.
The back and forth, dope.
Right.
But when I heard Kendrick and Wayne, I was like, oh shit.
You expected more.
If you don't like rap, you don't care about that song.
I hear you.
You gotta like rappers.
I hear you.
Not everybody who listens to rap likes rappers.
That's so true. Like most people just like a good song. Yeah.
Like it has a nice beat. The hook is catchy. Like that hook is not that catchy.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
But the story,
it's dope.
you like.
Hold on, what happened?
Or I seen that coming. But yeah, no. Only reason I know the song is because I was a Wayne fan, so I had to listen to the whole album. If I didn't listen to the whole album, I wouldn't have heard that song. It is a gas track. It is a gas track. The song is actually like a 10. Once you started taking like flow and the fact that they both had dumb flows, and then you take the bars, like flows and bars is an automatic 5. They're telling a story, so it's automatic 6 or 7. Like, and then the beat wasn't the hardest, but they rode that motherfucker. Like,
no, yeah.
it's not even a bad song.
It's not. And then the end was that's what got me because it was like it started playing Lollipop by Wayne. You listen to that nigga? Like that was funny as well.
And Kendrick with the voice switch ups. Like this song is 10. This song is it's fine. The song is fine. It's just I wasn't expecting it.
I hear you.
And it hit the same as 6 foot, 7 foot. I think that song is harder than 6 foot, 7 foot. But 6 foot, 7 foot, you feel me? Just playing in arenas and on TV and stuff like.
What about a Millie or like I'm Single?
I was glad you didn't say a Millie. I would have been really mad if you said a Millie. It's not to say it wasn't a fire song, but that is far from the greatest Wayne song. Yeah. Like maybe one of the biggest like moments and one of the most impactful to know that 1 million in a week, like astronomical feat. But the song itself, that was a back pocket burner. Let's be honest. Like
you think? I think he was super. You could hear excitement and shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he would. Like yes, he was like we did that. I did that. Like first week, let's go. Like, but I think I'm Single speaks more to him as an artist than a Millie.
Facts. For sure.
The whole flow, the cadence, the fact that he kept it even the whole song through, like that's talent in itself.
Yes.
Making your cadence the same all the way through, it means you had to find the right words for every single line.
Yeah.
And he didn't write none of it down.
I can't believe that either. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah. Wayne's goated. Was my favorite rapper for a very long time. Very, very long time. There was no argument. Now I'll allow room for argument, but it's just because I understand in the last 5 years, you know, it hasn't been the same rap. But
what about you?
Favorite Wayne song or favorite artist?
Artist.
5. Alicia Keys is one of my favorite singers. Mac Miller, all day, give it to him. I'd say Wayne, but you already said Wayne. I gotta say Kanye is my first tattoo ever was the graduation bear. I feel like I'd be tripping if I didn't say him. And then I'm trying to decide how to base it, like that I listen to a lot, that I just like, or that inspired me. I'm gonna say this because nobody ever gives it to him. Ludacris.
Ludacris?
Ludacris is one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Luda's a dog. Just because, like, his metaphor game is crazy.
I get that part, yeah.
His wordplay is crazy. He'll say big-ass words the same way T.I. will, but 10 times cooler.
Smoother, yeah.
It's like, T.I. said super smooth, but you hear that it sticks out. Luda will say it, and it sounds like he said a cuss word. How much it sticks out, but you're like, what was that?
What does that mean again?
What are you even talking about? Like, and just the energy, the creative energy with Ludacris was, I feel like it's still something that's unmatched, like, since after him. Like, Busta Rhymes, of course, beforehand, you feel me, the animation and the videos and stuff, like, but since then, I don't think there has been another, like, large-scale artist with the same, like, in-your-face, like, animated, like the Get Back video and like the Big Fist and stuff like that. Yeah, Ludacris, pioneer. And then, how did I almost forget this? Childish Gambino. Gotta give it to him.
He's dope.
Everything's a classic, honestly. Like, even his second, I won't say the first. His first tape is laughable. And I don't mean to make fun of it because I was rocking it. But if I go play it now, I'll be like, I'm so glad that you kept going down. I'm so glad that this wasn't the last album, because like if that was the last album, it kind of would have lived in infamy. I feel like it still kind of lives in a place of infamy, because like if you take that and then you take, what was that, the one with Redbone on it?
Yeah.
If you just play both of those, like, you wouldn't even think it's the same man.
Yeah, for sure. So
yeah, gotta give it to Childish, because him and Mac both just like will transcend the genre in 3 months. Like, you're like, this sounds nothing like what you did last week.
That's where.
And like, should it?
How do you feel the same about Tyler?
Oh yeah, Tyler's the man.
Dope.
Tyler's the man.
So dope.
It's just Tyler had to grow on me.
I hear you, because he started off a little controversial. Yeah,
First off,
the music was openly controversial.
just this is something that hit me wrong, and I don't even the F word. I was like, whoa, the song didn't even start yet. Like, he just started the song calling people fucking faggots, like,
Yeah.
and this is a commercial project. I thought you're not supposed to say. Yeah, and then when he started talking about like all hail Satan, I was like, who is this nigga, dog? And don't play him in my rotation. Like, I'm not eating cockroaches. I'm not hailing Satan. I don't say the F-bomb because I was told not to. Like, what? Yeah. And then Wolf happened. Once Wolf dropped, there was this girl. It was one of my smoking buddies. And she was like, I don't care how you feel. We're listening to this. I was like,
you said it. So.
And then after a while, I was like, all right, he's dope. He's actually dope. And then Cherry Bomb, and I was like, okay, like, yeah. And then Call Me, yeah. Every album since has just been fire. But his first like 3 projects, I was not checking, completely off my radar. I was like, what the fuck is this? I liked Earl before I liked Tyler, actually.
Really?
Nobody raps like Earl. His flow is like, you can't catch it. It's like, honestly, when I'm talking with rappers, I'll be like, if I could rap like anybody, if you could rap like 3 people, who would you rap like? Earl is one person I would rap like, because even when I know his songs, I'm surprised by the next word or the next line or the next like rhyme scheme, because it's the furthest thing from how I put words together in my head.
Listen to some
Oh, listen to Earl. Listen to him and try to keep up with his cadence, or try to hum along, because you could be like, you can't do that, because he's breaking down the pattern and the rhythm in a way that your brain probably didn't think was going to happen. That's how I feel about it. That's why I like Earl a lot.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's up there. I don't know if I'd say top 5, but he's up there.
That's interesting. I have not heard a lot of songs by him, so I definitely got to him.
First one to listen to, him and Frank Ocean, Sunday. The Sunday service, Sunday morning, something like that. Yeah, Frank Ocean's rapping.
Okay, no, I know.
Frank Ocean's rapping. He's talking, dog. He's talking his big one.
I got it.
He's talking his big one. He said, "Why is his mother all bloody? That wasn't 3-on-1." What? Okay. He was like, what did he say? He called me a faggot. I was just calling his bluff. I mean, how anal am I gonna be when I'm aiming this gun? Ooh. I was like, oh wow, all right, bet. He was like, they call me soft in high school. Thank God I'm jagged or rugged or something. Like, he was going in. He was going in. And again, it's kind of like with Earl, where it's like the flow. He's just talking. He's like, they call me back in high school. Thank God I'm rugged. They was calling him love. Like, it's just so smooth. And then he starts spazzing, starts dropping. He's like, got my Grammys in gold. I was like, okay. He had polka dots on my brick. I was like, this nigga crazy. He said, I'm coming in polka dots, dog, and collecting the Grammys.
Shit.
It don't matter. Like,
I like those.
Yeah, nah, he was talking his big one. And I didn't really like Frank Ocean. I didn't know his music. Yeah. I heard that song. So I was like, who's this? Yeah, this is that one.
Yeah, he's dope. And then I love how he was like, I'm gonna put this album out. Fuck everybody, fuck everything, fuck all this whole industry. Yeah.
And that's also crazy. It's like, he got paid to produce the album, pretty much. I'm sure you already know, like, I read a magazine article, like, that was just talking about how it all even came to fruition. And like, they wanted to give him a deal for an album, but he also needed to get the production done. So they gave him an advance to get the album done, right? he pocketed it, and then he did all the production.
Smart as heck, though.
And then everything else happened with the whole release and everything. And also, while he was producing his album, he finished hella early, so he just started producing other popular people's music in the same studios on the same dollar as his album's production budget.
Smart.
We working smarter, not harder, dog. Nah.
He's like, you're not about to F me at all.
And it's like, you can't even say he finessed the game. He just played smart. Like,
Right.
he gave them what they asked for. Everybody made bread. They just weren't expecting him to make that much.
Word.
No. But, you know, it's got to be balanced out in some way. So many artists have gotten the short end of the stick.
Exactly. So a lot of people can F him.
What do you think has been the biggest lesson you've learned in the music industry?
Oh, I would say, like, not everything that you, like, when someone says something, kind of just, like, read between the lines. Kind of go to that person, because sometimes the person is just, like, trying to eat off you or just trying to take from you. Or, like, a lot of people in this industry are just very selfish and greedy, and they would steal from you if they could. So definitely just being aware of that and not just being like, hey, yeah, I want to do this thing. Oh my God. Like, no, don't do it, girl. Just chill out.
No, and then a big testament to that is I thought I knew that, right? And I still ended up putting in weeks worth of effort on a project just to have it all stolen from me at the end of it, you feel me? So I would say not even just being aware of it, but actually put things in place to make sure that it doesn't happen. You know, part of that is just yourself. Is set the standard for how all your work is going to go. And it's like, there's been times where I've reached out to somebody and they're like, oh, well, I'll just message you here. And I'm like, or you can fill out the form. You feel me? It's like, I'm not going to just text the details with you because we're buddy. Like, yes, but there's a level of importance, there's a level of prestige to this. This isn't just a hobby. This is a part of my business.
Right.
So we're going to follow all the proper avenues. If that means we're going to write out a shot list for what shots you're expecting, we're going to do that. So when we leave here, we can both look at what was agreed upon.
Just in case.
Yeah. Somebody will want to say they didn't get what they were supposed to.
It's real. That's very sweet.
You feel me? Like, nah, bro. I sent a heads up with what to expect, and I asked, did you agree? Before we even showed up in the place to do the thing. And on the day of, so just real quick, you want this, and that, right? All right, so what we got? And then as we're doing it, so you told me you wanted this, and this. We have about this much time left. Do you want to stay where we are or move on to the rest? Bet. No disagreements at the end of it.
Yeah.
So
Full communication.
it's the best way to go, and document as much as you can. It's like, it's one thing to know that people are going to try. It's another thing to make sure you're prepared to not let it happen. Yeah, because I thought I was. And then I was like, dang, dog, like, all I could really do is take the L on this one. Because I didn't have anything other than a verbal communication between the two of us.
Yeah, I'm learning from you.
Who am I going to be mad at but myself? If I knew this was a joint project and a joint idea, we're not in the same head.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
But it is what it is. I mean, everything leads you to where you're supposed to be. And maybe it was better that it wasn't on paper. I mean, it looped into something that you don't want to be a part of for the long run.
Where?
My name's not going on that. Don't put my name on that one, baby. Because like you said, people like to steal. And they might not tell everybody they like to steal. But you are here to speak. And you were part of the project. So it was your idea to steal it all. We already stole it. It wasn't my idea. It was their idea.
Please don't put my name on that.
You
I have no idea what that is.
I wasn't even a part of the main committee. I had no plans. I got told the same thing as you. I showed up when you showed up. But if my name wasn't written on the paper and signed, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. We need signed affidavits from everybody. But no, it sucks to have to think like that. But it's also part of the truth.
Yeah, because not only we're in LA, there's so many people out here that just want to get it without doing any work for it, or just...
I think what it is with like reality TV and social media, there's like this idea that it's so easy to obtain certain things. You feel as if you deserve it because other people got it so easily. And it's like, no, dog, you just have access to all of the highlights and the best parts about the thing. And you didn't see all the work that went behind it.
Right.
So you think you can just take a week or 2 weeks or a month to get the same accolades. So you're bitter
That's weird, though.
that you didn't put in the work.
That part.
And now you want to get over easy on the people who did, or who you feel as if they don't deserve it.
Yeah. And it's sad.
But that's when
Back
it
to the
comes
drawing board.
knowing you, knowing yourself, and being able to look at situations and say, am I not getting the outcome I want because the situations aren't aligned? Or am I not getting the outcomes I want because I'm not aligned with those outcomes? The situations could be perfect, and you just not playing the part.
That's so weird.
But never try to play the part to fit the situation.
Because you might mess yourself up like that.
You might forget who you actually are. Get stuck playing the part. Be like Flo from Progressive. She wasn't supposed to be Flo from Progressive. She was a professional actor looking to be the next Anne Hathaway.
Wow.
And she got caught up. I can't say caught up because they had to pay her out a couple million. They had to pay her out a couple million. Flo was $1 million actress.
I hope she gets a good role now.
She's not getting any roles. That's why they had to pay her off some millions.
Damn.
Yeah, because they casted her. She did a great job, and that became her. Like 2 casting directors when she would come through. This girl from the Progressive. You feel me? So it's like nobody wanted to hire her.
Damn.
Because they recognized her as being from the Progressive commercial. Like, all right, you're a commercial actor. You can't do no more commercials. So that's why they had to pay her. I don't remember what her contract was, but like they had to give her like, I guess they didn't have to. But that's actually really kind of them, because they could have been like, well, shit, we only needed you for about a year. We shot like 10 commercials. This will last us for the next at least 3 years. Like, you know what I mean? We're like, we shoot 20 of these in a year. You know, give her like 50,000 for the year. You feel me? They negotiated, or at least her agent did, got her some millies, because she got typecast, and that's the only thing people see her as now. So she played the part and got stuck in the role.
That's okay.
I don't think she wanted to be Flo from Progressive.
Yeah, thinking about that, yeah, for sure. I thought she was just like, well, from Progressive, see, so.
No, she just got the first one, did very well.
Wow.
And so they brought her character back.
I had no clue about that.
Yeah, I remember being a little kid. The first time I seen Flo from Progressive, I was probably like 12. Like, I remember being in Cleveland, and I don't know why, but I remember seeing her. And I was like, that's funny. And then I remember being in high school, and people were like, you better call Flo. You feel me? And I'm like, that's funny. She's been doing this a long time. And then I went to school to be an actor, and they brought her up as an example. And I was like,
Whoa, wait, hold on.
wait, that's crazy. They pigeonholed her? Oh. But she got a couple million out of it. I think that has to be like the best, worst thing to ever happen.
No, for real. Well, she can act, but she could do whatever she wanted, you know.
I guess she could probably do like indie projects or something.
Yeah.
But it's like a large screen. I'm not really calling it. Oh, when you perform, do you play violin?
No, not at the same time. That's something I'm working on. Like, imagine like at the same time.
I just thought about
It's something that would be very cool. I'm working on it.
How long have you been playing?
Since I was 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like learning like my own songs now, and like trying my best to see how I can incorporate that. But then also I'm like right now I'm making beats with the violin, like violin breaks and stuff. So like I'll just be able to like stop singing and just pick it up, which is like I'm really excited to do that.
So you produce?
Yeah, I just started though, so I'm not like, hey, like come to me for a beat now. I kind of just been going stuff and like, yeah.
Well, I respect anybody who starts producing, and I respect people who start teaching themselves how to produce. It's like, it took me a grip to even think about learning how to use the tools I had. It's like I had a MacBook or I had a computer. I had software and a microphone, right? I never started learning how to actually use the software. What is an EQ?
Yeah.
And how do I EQ something? I would just turn shit on.
Yeah.
Just turn it on, turn it around, like, play with it, like, and I did that for like 3 years. Like,
Does it sound good?
it sounded different levels of better. Like, you know what I'm saying? None of it sounded. It sounds good enough for us to listen to it and hear everything clearly on SoundCloud today.
Okay.
Who's going to listen past more than a minute and a half? No one who doesn't have the context.
Okay. I hear you.
If you don't know this is one of the first songs ever, or if you don't know like this is one of my first songs ever, it's gonna come on. You're gonna be like, "What's this?" Next, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
But like I said, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like 16 when the first time I had a setup, and so when I see people who actually just get the initiative to start learning it, I'm like, bad dog, because I didn't even try to learn how to do it for the longest. I figured I'd get there, or I'll get to someone to do it. And then after 6 years, it was like, all right, I guess it's time to then roll up your sleeves and put in the work and figure this out. You feel me? And then once I learned how to like record and how to start mixing, it was another 3 years before I was like, all right, how do I plug this MIDI in and lay these beats? You feel me? Like, and I don't know what took so long in between. I don't know. I think I do know. I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? It's like with everything I've wanted to do, like cameras, I do it. Like getting and mixing, I learned it. Learning how to act, I wanted to. Learning how to edit music videos, I sat there for 12 hours straight. Making beats, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And it's just the learning curve for me. I think I don't know. If I could learn how to start in 12 hours, I think I would. But
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah.
I didn't make what I heard in my head. You feel me? It's just like, I was like, there's still that disconnect. It's like I've learned how to organize the tools, but I still can't make what I want.
I hear you. That's real.
It's like, but I've made over 100 songs because somebody made the beats that I wanted. Like, and they didn't even know that I wanted them. Like, and for me, I just was like, you can learn how to do whatever, but there's also people who already have the skills and the talent. So why try to take someone else's area of gifting if you already know where you operate?
And you can give them the credits, when it's time.
It's like,
That's real.
there's people who decided to get really good at that part because they didn't want to be on the mic.
Yeah, that's real.
There's people who learned how to be great engineers because they didn't have rhythm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna learn how to make these vocals sound perfect because I can't make a beat.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna leave space for everyone else to do their ditty. I can't say that no more. I can't say that no more. Can't say that no more. I'll be forgetting. See, do their part. And then work together as opposed to being a one-man team and doing it all myself.
That's
But
real.
people who do it all themselves.
Those are like, those are like some crazy.
Russ.
Yeah, that's like Kanye level. Okay, you got a lot of like determination and a lot of skill for that. Cause it's a lot.
No, it's not. That's why I say I commend people who take the initiative to self-teach. Because even when I did start learning to actually make beats, it's like I learned how to put stuff together in GarageBand. And then I had a mentor. It's like, all right, and then next, everyone's gonna make a beat. Oh, okay. And then it turned into, here are the vocals for this song. Go recreate the song.
Oh, hold on, give me a sec.
I was like, oh. Once we had to do that 2 times, and the second one was like a graded project, I was like, you really separating the boys from the men today, huh, cuz?
And then being like graded, yeah, that would have, yeah, no.
And it wasn't technically a grade,
Yeah.
but like it was a program.
Okay.
So it was like what we hear determines whether or not you go through the next 3 months of this, dog. And I was like, And it was a Weekend song.
Yeah, nah. Oh, nah. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
I just learned how to quantum shit last week.
Can I get a tutor, please?
I'm watching every YouTube video I can find. Like, yeah, I already knew it was all bad. I already knew it was all bad. It was funny because it would be playing, and it's straight, and then all of a sudden, you get like a minute in, and you're like,
Something not right.
and then you get like 45 seconds more, and you're like, what happened? What's wrong? Like, the vocals don't match up with the beat, like, and the beat doesn't even go together.
The first minutes, oh my God, that takes a long time in itself, so I can imagine. Like,
I hated it.
yeah.
And that's when I was like, I don't got to do all of it. I know niggas who can't even get that 30 seconds was it. And then the next 30 seconds, it's not the same beat, but I recreated it, dog. Like,
I was seeing it.
I mean, for people who listen to it, like, just go listen to Bad and Bougie and then go recreate that.
Yeah, that's, come on. What?
You got it.
How long did you have to do it? But still, it's like, you do it here now. Oh, yeah, no, man.
I tried.
Yeah.
And I was in there for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours straight.
We're gonna say you did it. You did it. You did it.
I tried.
You did it.
Like I said, it started cool. I had the same like key. I had the same chords. But once the drums started coming in, and then once the switch up happened, it all switched up. It all just switched up. And I was like, dog, I don't know what I did. But like a minute and a half in, the whole song just fall apart. It sounded like the band got drunk. It sounded like the band got drunk, and The Weeknd just started singing to his own key. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
honestly, I don't even care. I had fun, and then I got confused, and then I really, I think what it is I felt sad. I felt like I failed.
You did it though. You did it.
And I wanted to beat myself up about it. But I also knew, like, nigga, you been here for over 24 hours. Like, there's nothing else that you were going to do in the next 24 hours. I would have saved it. You just need to go back to the dojo. And yeah, I was like, all right, I still produce. Mainly co-produce. I know what I'm doing. But give me some time.
Oh, here we go.
Give me some time. I'm done taking
that really, honestly, especially if you weren't like raised like on music, like
I don't know how to
that
play
takes
any instrument. I don't know how to read
that
music.
takes
Like,
a lot. So pat yourself on the back, man.
off ear, and some YouTube videos from. Okay, today we're gonna figure out how to recreate a song using just vocals. Oh, it was fun though. It was fun. This experience, I'm not mad I had. I actually so much appreciation. People who for people who don't make music or don't make the production, who talk to people who produce, to spitball a sentence, and you turn that into a sound in less than 5 minutes. You got it. Special place in my heart. The only time can, you feel me, give you that level of like clarity on what someone is saying. But I wanted to be a little louder, but also take the part and flip it.
You could just do that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's yeah.
And you understood that? Because I have no clue what they're talking about. Give me, like, you want the high pass? Like, you want some more low end? Like, no. The deep part, just make it deeper. Okay, do it. Like, yeah, no. So for people who could just turn that into what you asked for, respect.
No, for sure.
Respect. What you producing?
Right now? Oh, right now I just make beats, like just for myself.
No, with what?
Oh, I use Soundtrap.
Okay.
So it's super easy to use. I don't have like
Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops or like any of those things yet, because I'm just trying to start small and then go from there, because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying my best, but like sometimes I make a beat, I'm like, so it's still like, you made that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's like super chill, but like I don't know how to use a real,
No, it doesn't even matter. That's why they made, you feel me, Soundtrap, to make it simpler. You feel me? And then even like you can use your keyboard, and then even when you're in Fruity Loops, you can still not use any other tools and just use the keyboard. So it's like you don't have to have 1,000,005 things. Kanye has this little, it's like
oh
a PSP.
my goodness, I need that so
It's
bad.
like you could produce right
Yeah,
there.
I need that one. That would be a game changer right there.
So never look down on your means of producing or just like making something. You feel me?
Thank you.
It's like you got to start somewhere, and if you didn't start, you wouldn't know what needed to be done moving forward.
It's true. Right.
So, yeah, and it just shows that you actually want it. This is like people are going to be more likely to help or feed into the thing once they see some sign of it happening.
Yes, that's word. That's so
If you say, "Oh, I got this new song idea," cool. A month later, it's still just an idea.
yeah,
Are you ever gonna take it out of your head?
word.
If you say I got this new song idea, and the next time I see you, be like, oh yeah, so I haven't had the chance to do it the way I want to, but I was working on it, and this is the practice. All right, bet. Now I have something to go off of too. I've heard it now. It's not just in your head; it's in my head.
Yeah.
So now we're both waiting on the same thing. You feel me? So it's like
That's so weird.
do whatever you can to bring it into fruition, because then you can build upon it. Even if it's just write the lyrics down. There's one thing I try and tell artists to do more now, is everyone wants to just punch in, which is fine, but you do yourself such a disservice, because if you're not someone who's going to the studio all the time or can't afford the studio all the time, and you only write songs when you're in the studio, how many songs are you not writing?
Right. And then you have like unlimited, potential there that you just limiting.
So even if you're someone who doesn't want to sit there and write about one topic or one song, write one-liners.
Yeah. There's so much inspiration. Just like even then it'll train your brain to like when the line comes to you for, oh hey, I have to write this down, or I have to make a voice memo.
And you'll just have people who punch in, you'll get in there and be like, oh, what I want to say. You have the first 3 lines or whatever starts the song. Is people will wait so long just to find the inspiration for the first line.
Right.
I spent 15 minutes working on the first line of a song before. For me personally, it is what it is. I'm on your time. You paid me to be here. For me as an artist, if I pull up an instrumental and I'm on that same 1 10-second part for 15 minutes in the first hour, that's poor planning on my part.
Yeah.
Or I just keep
definitely
fucking up.
is. Yeah, that definitely.
But I don't know, with the way everybody wants to be Wayne, everybody wants to be Jay-Z, like, off the top. I'm like, dog, you know that they used to write songs, like, they didn't wake up like this. Like, they were already 10 years into the craft before they decided they weren't writing anymore. Like, why are you the anomaly? Like,
That's so weird. Some people are just really prideful.
Eminem is probably one of the greatest rappers ever. He said he used to write on napkins because he was writing all the time.
Wow.
Kanye West even said, it don't even matter. It doesn't matter. As I will say this, the more that I've done it, the more free I feel punching in. Anytime I'm paying somebody to sit at the desk and push the buttons, I already know what beat I'm doing, and I already have the song ready. If I'm on my time and I'm just figuring it out, that's fine. If I'm paying somebody to be there, every minute in the first hour is orchestrated to finishing the first song. After we get one done, we could talk for 15 minutes. And 9 times out of 10, I'm scheduling at least 3 hours, and I expect to leave with 2 finished songs. But I feel like if you don't set an expectation before you get in the booth, you don't know. And if you've never had a great experience, it's like, I had an engineer who was more ready for my song than I was. I was asking him to do things, and as I'm saying stuff, he said, be quiet. You know what I mean? He's like, hold on 1 second. And I was just like, And he was like that, and hit play. And I was just like, All right, bet. And that happened like 2-3 times. He was like, 1 second. This nigga keep hushing me, dog. All right, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because the last one was right. The next time I was just like, all right, you probably got it. Literally, because like the booth was on the other side. So I was coming in and out the room, and I was gonna do the hook, come address it, do the verse, come out and address it, and then go back in. By the time we were getting done with part of the verse, I was like, I guess I'll just stay here until I finish the song then. Every time I got ready to come out, like, I'm opening the door and homie was like...
and bringing the door back.
Nah, he just playing. And I said something, and I'm about to come out. And as I'm coming in the door, the nigga looked over like that. Yeah. All right, let's try know. This nigga know he nice. All right, like I ain't even mad. By the end of that session, I wasn't mad. I came back to work with him again. I was like, dog, I ain't never have an engineer like you. Like I didn't have.
In your head? Are you in my head?
No, I want to echo on that. I want to bring that one back and make it repeat like that. Exactly like that. Yeah. But that's when you have a good engineer and not just somebody pushing buttons.
Yeah, I definitely had that like at the nose. Like the engineer I worked with there, like anything that honestly he would after we record, I'll be like, hey, okay, I don't really like this part. He's like, yeah, I think I heard that too. Go right to the part that then like, okay, can I record it? Boom. So we just finished songs like really quickly because we're like both on the same page. Like damn near in my head. I'm like, yeah, I get that.
I feel like a lot of it. The more I engineer, I'm learning. I feel like a lot of it comes to the artist because you don't want to overstep. It's like, this is your song. I might, if you like it, it's cool. I don't want to argue with you. But that's what it's just building a relationship with them where it's like, yo, whatever you hear is fine. And if you have ideas, it's fine. But it's like, I don't want to make your song for you.
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh, you said the Nest? That's where you go?
Well, I don't go there anymore. It was a 6 weeks program I was talking about earlier, but hopefully I can go there again. But I just got a Muse home studio, and I've been buying so many different wires for it because I kind of messed it up with what I'm buying. But hopefully it can be together by like the weekend.
Right. And the new home studio setup. Run me through it. What you get? I
got the Focusrite. Scarlett.
Which one? You got the 2 in or the 1 in?
The 2. So you don't
the 2 mics in it?
Oh no, it's the 1.
In the front, it'll have 2.
Yeah, no.
They do the same thing.
No, it's the 1. Yeah, it's the 1. And then I just got the studio pack that comes with it.
Oh, you got the Scarlett bundle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I might replace the mic. If I don't like it, I don't know if I will or not.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know. I have used the Scarlett one directly, and if you understand EQing, it doesn't matter, right? If you're going based off of what you're hearing once you record on whether or not you like it, what the happened? Yeah, so with the Scarlett mic, yeah, if you want to go off of just the raw sound that you're getting and determine if you like it or not, if you're used to hearing your voice a certain way, it's not gonna sound like that. Yeah, it sounds way more high, like bright and high end. And if you don't know, you'll be like, I don't like that. I don't like that. You feel me? Because it sounds different. But if you EQ it, it's fine. Yeah, and it's just because I'm kind of like, I want to use that. You feel me? Because I went back home to Ohio and one of the homies had it. And I had my mic and he was like, I want to use yours. And I was like, you can use mine. I'm going to use yours on my part just because I want to see what it sounds like. Yeah. You feel me? And it wasn't detrimental.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
But at the same time, I had the Scarlett Focusrite, but I had one with the Audio Technica mic.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about that mic.
Yeah, I actually still use it sometimes.
Okay.
Like whenever I'm traveling, Audio Technica. Yeah, just because my main mic, it's gonna hurt more if I break it or lose it or something. The Audio Technica, I've gotten my use. I've had it since 2016, 2015. I've gotten my use. So like, if something happens, it'll be sad, but I could replace that easier than my main mic. Yeah, so I still use it. Oh, you got the Audio Tech or the Scarlett, Scarlet Bundle, and what computer?
I don't have a laptop.
No,
No.
that's the key ingredient.
Yeah, but that's why I had to get all the wires for it. So you can plug it into.
Oh, you use it on your phone?
Your phone, your iPad.
Okay, so you have like the iRig.
So you need a camera hub, and then a USB hub as well, and then the camera charger thing, and it will connect to the Focusrite apparently. So yeah, it's a
Then you already got them all.
Yeah, so I'm
You
just
gotta
waiting.
figure out
So
how to
I'm waiting for the. So I got the wrong camera plug because it was a 15 instead of for the 13. So I'm like, oh gosh, I
Oh,
have
it was
to
a
get the new
USB-C?
one. Yeah, so I had to get the older one. So I'm just waiting for it to come now. So I'm like, I'm super excited to plug it in because I saw it come on. I was like, oh, it comes on, but not my phone because my phone couldn't connect. But I just saw the green lights. I'm like, okay, it's gonna come on. I know it's gonna work. But just getting it all connected, all the wires and stuff. I'm never gonna unplug it again.
She's like, once it works, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
No, for sure. What are you gonna record on? Are you gonna use Soundtrap to record your vocals too?
No, I'm going to use probably BandLab.
Yeah.
It's easiest to record vocals on. You can just export it anywhere.
And that's another thing. You can export it to anything afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do that and then just make it as simple as possible. Because this is like my first time really recording everything from top to finish alone, without just like, well, yeah. Like without it being like a beat that I bought or like, you know, like there was this app I used to use called Veloco, which made it so easy. I could just import the beat and then start recording, but the sound was super trash, you know. But it was good for like drafts and stuff. And then when I go to the studio, you know. But this is my first time recording like top to finish. Okay, this is the song and this is gonna end up being the song. So I'm pretty excited for that because it's all new. Whole new way of seeing music now. It's like, okay, it's like unlimited music anytime I want. I don't have to go outside my home, you know? And that's the biggest part I'm really excited for because I can just get up in the middle of the night and just like do whatever, you know?
And have you tried GarageBand on your phone?
GarageBand, yes. I like GarageBand as well. And it's good for like, I like it for composing though. I like composition on GarageBand is way better than like recording there.
Yeah, I don't remember if I tried to record a song. I know I had downloaded it back even after I like had everything set up because I was trying to do something on it. But I don't even remember what. And I remember I tried to use BandLab and it was just as hard to be as using the computer before I knew how to do that. So I was like, this isn't fun. Everybody talks about having fun with this app. I'm getting annoyed. But the fact that we have production like right in our pockets is like, there's no reason to not make something ever anymore. Like, if you have a phone, you can make it. Like,
It's so weird.
you could at least, like I said, start. So, again, I'm glad that you made the trip all the way out here to New York, or from New York, and that you decided this is what I want to do, and that you're taking the steps to do it. As a lot of people don't have the courage to just chase the thoughts. You feel me? There's actually something I was talking about earlier today. It's just like listening to the small voice inside that's telling you what steps to take.
Word. That's a big part. That's key. That's a key to life. It's a really big key to life. Just believing and trusting your intuition that will carry you very far, I feel like. Because we already know. It's like just following that and trusting that. Even through like the things that we may be like unsure about. That thing, like, you know, your intuition is always right.
Most definitely. Oh, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been another episode of Sage Sundays. And you already know where you can find this. You can find all the episodes on Spotify or on YouTube. If you would like to stay notified for new episodes, go ahead and hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, hit a like, comment below something you learned, something that you could take away for yourself, or your favorite thing about LA if you've ever been. Lone Wolf, out.
Bye guys. Thank you for watching.
And stay
Stay tuned.
I was gonna say stay tuned for her single May 5th.
Yes.
Or no, it's the project.
No, it's a project.
Yeah, stay tuned for her project May 5th. The
Yes.
Alchemist.
Happy birthday. Say happy birthday. Renae the Muse.
Dripping just like sake. Tell them back about me. All about my cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, broccoli. That mean I be eating. Really catch me tweaking. Know that I be working, baby, even on the weekend. Dripping just like sake. Tell them back about me. All about my cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, broccoli.